Hello from Source Point. Welcome to the 9th Mini-Mind Aerobics session. Who would have ever thought in March that we would be doing this? Are you ready to think? Grab your paper and pen. You can pause me if you need to, but let's get ready to use our brains. We will do some short mind challenges to keep you thinking. Always feel free to pause because I will be going pretty fast since this is a recording, so pause me if you need time to think. A mind once stretched by a new idea never regains its original dimensions. Oliver Wendell Holmes said that, and let's get ready and let's stretch our brains. Let's stretch our minds. On your paper, we are going to write down problem solving. So for this first segment, there will be 4 different questions. You will be asked to write down a number. And then for the next part, you will add or subtract. We will go through 4 different parts. And then at the end, I'll go over the answer step by step with you. So good luck. I hope you get the right answer. So on your paper, please write down the total number of Great Lakes. So for part 1, the total number of Great Lakes. To that number, you're going to add the total number of feet in 1 mile plus the number of feet in 1 mile. From that number, please subtract the total number of items in 1 gross minus the number of items in 1 gross, G-R-O-S-S. From that number, you're going to subtract again the number of colors in the official rainbow. So I hope you have had time to get to the correct answer. If you want to pause me, you may. So here we go with the answer. The total number of Great Lakes is 5, and we remember that by the acronym HOMES, H-O-M-E-S. The letters in the acronym are the first letter of the Great Lakes. So H is Huron, O, Ontario, M is Michigan, E is Erie, and S, Superior. So 5 is the answer for the first part. Plus you added the number of feet in 1 mile, with this, which is 5,280, to get 5285 at this point. Then I asked you to subtract the number of items in 1 gross. A gross is 12 dozen, so 12 by 12 is 144. So 5285 minus 144. So at this point, we're at 5,141 is the answer for part 3. And then we subtracted the number of colors in the official rainbow. And we also remember that from an acronym, Roy G. Biv. So again, the R is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So if you count those up, there are 7 colors in the official rainbow. Roy G. Biv is the way we remember it. So minus 7, and you get the answer 5,134. So I hope you got that one right. Here are a few jokes. They're more funny when I have an audience, but a perfectionist walked into a bar. Apparently the bar wasn't set high enough. Thought that was very cute. So a perfectionist would want to set the bar high. A Rhode Island man was arrested for passing a counterfeit $100 bill. What gave him away? Lincoln's face. Lincoln's face is supposed to be on a $5 bill. A counterfeiter drives to a small town, enters a store, and hands the clerk behind the counter an $18 bill. Mind making change? He asked. "Sure," said the clerk. "What do you want? 2 9s or 3 6s?" Don't you wish you had that quick humor to answer like that? In this next section, there are 13 questions. All of your answers will begin with the letter L. I hope you get lucky, but you're not going to need luck at all. You're going to use your logic. So for the next 13 answers, your answers will begin with the letter L as in logic. Number 1. She taught Bogart how to whistle. Number 1. She taught Bogart how to whistle. So in that one, you're looking for a last name that begins with the first name that begins with the letter L. Number 2. Little kids jumping over other little kids. Number 2, your clue is little kids jumping over other little kids. So you're looking for an L. Number 3, flash during a thunderstorm. Number 3, flash during a thunderstorm. Number 4, what the driver without GPS or a map got. Number 4, what the driver without GPS or a map got. Number 5, communal wishy-washy. Communal wishy-washy. Number 6, karma-driven good fortune. Karma-driven good fortune. Number 7, he put the spirit of St. Louis in Paris. He put the spirit of St. Louis in Paris. Number 8, midday munch. Midday munch. Number 9, Louisa May Alcott's kind of women. Number 9 is Louisa May Alcott's kind of women. Number 10, Aladdin's genie holder. Number 10, Aladdin's genie holder. Number 11, dancers bend over backward for this. Number 11, dancers bend over backward for this. Number 12, amorous jump. Number 12 is amorous jump. And last one, number 13 for the L answers. College kids typical weekend delivery load to mom. So number 13 is college kids typical weekend delivery load to mom. So if you need to pause now, you may to go back and get some answers, but I'm going to go over the answers now. Number 1, she taught Bogart how to whistle, Lauren Bacall. Number 2, little kids jumping over other little kids. Probably been a long time since you heard this word. Leapfrog. Leapfrog. Flash during a thunderstorm for number 3 is lightning. Number 4, what the driver without GPS or a map got. Your answer is lost. L-O-S-T. Number 5, communal wishy-washy is laundromat. Number 6, karma-driven good fortune is luck. He, Lindbergh, put the spirit of St. Louis in Paris. So your answer for number 7 was Lindbergh. Number 8, midday munch is, the answer rhymes, lunch. Number 9, Louisa May Alcott's kind of women, little. Little women. Number 10, Aladdin's genie holder is a lamp, L-A-M-P. Number 11, dancers bend over backwards for this. This is the limbo. Limbo. Number 12, amorous jump is lover's leap. Hope you got that one too. Last but not least, number 13, college kids' typical weekend load delivery to mom is laundry. So we're moving on from problem solving and answers that begin with L. Right now we're going to headlines gone wrong. These might make your head hurt. Police charge one armed man with unarmed robbery. Statistics show teen pregnancy drops off significantly after age 25. Wonder who wrote that one. Police arrest naked man with concealed weapon. Don't want to know any more information with that one. Missing woman unwittingly joins a search party looking for herself. Hope she finds herself. And finally, typhoon rips through the cemetery, hundreds dead. Those are headlines that have gone wrong. Now this time in this segment, all of your answers are going to begin with the letter J. I know that you're going to have all of these answers correct. There are 8 questions in this segment, so let's see how we do. Number 1, your answer will begin with J. The beetle whose name begins with the letter J. There's something in common with all of these questions too, so at the end we're going to discuss that. Number 2, Pope until 2005. Pope until 2005. Number 3, famous signature of declaration. Famous signature of declaration. Number 4, he had a Rocky Mountain high. He had a Rocky Mountain high. Remember, all of your answers are going to begin with the letter J. Number 5, he wore black. Number 5, he wore black. Number 6, Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands. Number 7, first American to orbit the Earth. First American to orbit the Earth. And lastly, number 8 for this J section, Pocahontas saved him. Pocahontas saved him. So I hope that you figured out that all of these questions had first names that began with the letter J. So let's go through our answers. The Beatle whose first name begins with the letter J is John Lennon. Pope until 2005 is John Paul II. Famous signature of declaration, give me your John Hancock. John Hancock. He had a Rocky Mountain high for number 4, John Denver. Number 5, he wore black, Johnny Cash. Number 6, Edward Scissorhands was played by Johnny Depp. Number 7, First American to orbit the Earth, John Glenn. Number 8, Pocahontas saved John Smith. So we were all over the place with that one with all the J's. So I hope you got a lot of those correct. The next section has 6 questions. It's a hodgepodge or miscellaneous. So I hope you get these right as well. Number 1. In which sport is the term touche used? Number 1. In which sport is the term touche used? Number 2. Those starting fires criminally are charged with blank. Number 2. Those starting fires criminally are charged with blank. Number 3. Feel free to pause me if I'm going too quickly. What part of Dumbo's body is larger than normal? Number 3. What part of Dumbo's body is larger than normal? Number 4. In what city is the headquarters for the United Nations? I'll give you a clue. It's in the United States. In what city is the headquarters for the United Nations? Number 5. What type of surgery was first performed in 1967 by Christian Barnard? Number 5. What type of surgery was first performed in 1967 by Christian Barnard? And finally, the last question in this segment, number 6. In what part of the brain do you find the hippocampus? Number 6. In what part of the brain do you find the hippocampus? So I hope that you've been challenged with these last questions. Let's see what you did. So number 1, the answer is touche is used in the sport fencing. Those starting fires criminally are charged with arson. Arson. Number 3, Dumbo's ears were extra large. Number 4, the city in which the headquarters for the United Nations is New York City. What type of surgery was first performed in 1967 by Christian Barnard? And that is heart surgery. We're thankful for that. And finally, number 6, I realized I gave you the answer. In what part of the brain do you find the hippocampus? It was supposed to be what part of the body, and it is your brain. So I wanted to tell you why the hippocampus is so important to us. It not only works on your memory, both short-term and long-term, but it also helps you with your spatial remembering. So it helps you to navigate. So the hippocampus is very important. All right, so I hope you've been doing challenges with me for the last 8 sections that we've done, and I hope you did the challenge of the challenge, where you took 5 minutes and you counted how many times the word the was used, especially in a newscast. And then I hope you also did the relaxation challenge, where I asked you to sit outside in a comfortable, safe place for 5 minutes, to close your eyes and to think about what you hear. But you were to do that for 5 minutes without writing it down, and then after 5 minutes you would write down what all you heard. So you were working on so many different things with that particular challenge. You were listening, you were thinking, you were relaxing you were hearing, and then you had to remember to write down what you heard. Our hearing is such a wonderful thing, so we don't want to take that for granted. So next, this week's challenge is I want you to try brushing your teeth with your least dominant hand. Some of you are awesome and you're ambidextrous, but you can use both hands equally well. Some of you are like me, who are very dominant one side or the other. So when you use your less dominant side, this helps with pathways in your brain. So I hope that you will give this a try. I'd asked you before to do hair combing with your least dominant hand. This time I want you to carefully brush your teeth with your least dominant hand this whole week and see how you do. All right, quote for the week. "You can't help getting older," said George Burns, "but you don't have to get old. Because age is just a number unless you're a cheese or a wine." Hang in there. We're all going through difficult times right now. Thank you for joining me to challenge your brain. I hope you will check out all of our videos online at mysourcepoint.org/online-programs/. Signing out for today. This has been Joan Pierce. Take care.